Saxton. You know what I mean? Got Demetrius over here. I go by, what's that, Gene or?
That's me.
That's me. I'm just seeing everybody.
Are you taking lessons from Josh Allen?
Huh?
Are you taking lessons from Josh Allen?
No, man. This is just me right here, man. So, you know what I mean?
You're good to go. We'll start with some questions. First from Gene. Gene, you're on mute.
Get off. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Jihad, when you think back to all that you went through at Globe Tech, you know, the ferries, the buses, the walking 7 blocks to practice, all that stuff, does it give you a greater appreciation when you look back for where you are now?
Yeah, I praise that every time, you know what I mean? Throughout my whole past, catching the bus, boat, and the train, you know, that stuff, it was a struggle, but I thank God that it hit my way. You know, everybody deals with adversity in life. Even, you know what I mean? If you think your life is good, you're going to hit adversity every time. So I don't sit around here and tell people like, yeah, I did this throughout my life. It just made me stronger mentally. So I thank God for that one.
As a follow-up to that, which did you not like? Which did you like the least? Was it the bus? Was it the subway, the ferry, or the walking?
All of them. To be honest with you, I ain't like all of them.
Have you ever taken a ferry before in your life when you were in Philly?
No, I have not. That was my first time when I was in JUCO. That was my first time ever catching a ferry. So,
thanks.
Yeah, that situation.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gene. We'll go to JP Shadrick.
Hey, Jihad, welcome. They said that Joe Cullen really pounded the table for you in the meeting room. I know you've been around the league for a little while, a few different places. What about that connection with Joe Cullen makes it so special for you?
Oh, I would say Joe Cullen, a.k.a. that's my OG. I would say, you know what I mean, that's my dog right there. But, you know, me and Joe Cullen, we go way back. And, you know what I mean, it's a strong connection back there with me and him when he was training me ever since. Not training me, but getting me right for the combine and stuff. He worked me out every time. So it's just some stuff that just really ain't explainable. You know what I mean? He's just a good guy to me, and I trust him. I give my all to that guy because he always gives his all to me. So that's my dog.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thanks, JP. We'll go to Brian Sexton.
You were, Jihad, a part of a really good defense in Baltimore. When you look at this defense, do you see the pieces in place? I mean, was that attractive to you in any way to be able to get down here and be a part of this building project on that side of the ball?
Oh yeah, I believe that we have good players here and stuff like that. You know, whatever, we had a good defense in Baltimore. So you know what I mean. I'm not saying that we're trying to fill in some pieces, but like it's still good play. We just gotta solve the problem. You know what I mean? Like we got Roy. You know, I seen him earlier and stuff like that. We got a couple players. We got my former player that I went to Illinois with, Dwan Smoot. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of people that, you know, this record that I know. You know what I'm saying? That we just need to come together. It's all about brotherhood at the end of the day. You know,
and as a follow-up to that, you know, Joe is bringing in a new defense. What's your role in that defense? What have they told you they expect from you on the field this fall?
My role is just being my role, Jihad Ward. You know what I mean? It's not really explainable on that one. I'm not going to sit here and be the person, yeah, I'm this, I'm that. You know what I mean? It goes within. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know how I am, and you will see. You definitely will see what Jihad is made for.
Welcome to Jacksonville.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Thanks, Brian. We'll go to Cassidy Hill.
Hey, Jihad. Nice to meet you. As you mentioned, you went to college with Dwayne Smoot. Did you call him when the negotiations in Jacksonville started, ask his opinion, or what were those conversations like?
When he found out, he called me. He FaceTimed me. So he was just in there, yeah, man, you already know what it is. So I was actually on vacation at the time when everything was up to par. So when I got the information that I was headed down there, I was excited myself. But he was the first person that called me, and he was just excited. So he called Joe Cullen, and he called the rest of the staff, and he was just excited. So, you know what I mean? He was really amped up. I don't even know what he was screaming. I don't know what the hell was going on, but he was just excited though. So that's my dog.
What do you remember most about playing with him in college that you hope to kind of replicate now?
When we almost beat Ohio State, I know Coach Urban Myers always say he always Urban Meyer, yeah, we always whoop y'all asses. You know what I'm saying? Every time, but I said we almost had you. Every time, 2016, we almost had you. But you're like, nah, that wasn't gonna cut it until Ezekiel Elliott start running the ball and stuff like that. But we talked about it earlier. I said we almost had you. He was like, no, you didn't. But then again, he knew that our D line was something special. So all he seen was big 17 running to the ball and trying to put pressure to the quarterback. So it was a good moment. I'm glad I saw him today because he already knew I was going to say something to him about that.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Just last one from me. He has said multiple times now, you have to build your team around the defensive line. That's where it starts. What does that say to you as a defensive lineman?
As a defensive lineman, it always starts up front, but the main thing is, like I said again, is about brotherhood. You know what I mean? As the D-line, we got to rush. We got to have good communication with our rushes and also dominating up front, setting the vertical edge, and basically getting vertical and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? Once we have good connections with there, you know what I mean? I think we have a dominant D-lineman as I look at this roster that we got going on. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm so excited about this whole group of men that we have coming on board. Like, it's nothing to really explain. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and be happy about it now. It's inside me. So, you know what I mean? I'm just excited, man, and I'm ready to go.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Thanks, Cassidy. We'll go to Justin Barney and then D-Rock.
Congrats, Jihad, to you and your family on coming here. Question, what made it Jacksonville for you?
What made Jacksonville for me, you know what I mean? Pretty sure everybody knew when I was in B-More, and I just wanted to, last season for the Jacksonville Jaguars, you know what I mean? It's just it was an upset season, but, I'm here to change. I want to be a part of that change. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, when you deal with free agencies, they want to deal with, winning teams and get a Super Bowl ring, all that stuff. But some people don't realize when you go to teams, they think some people change and some people do the easy way out. Some people, I want to challenge myself. I want to be a part of this organization, and I want to see the moment. Everybody going to think Jacksonville is going to be yada, yada, yada. It's an easy win. No, when you go up against Jacksonville, you better think twice before you watch your mouth when you come to us. You know what I'm saying? That's how you got to bring it up to the table. So, I really don't speak much and all that stuff, and, you'll see.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks, Justin. Two more, D-Rock and then John Reed.
You talked about Urban Meyer a little bit earlier. Was he a draw for you in any way to come play for him?
Yeah, most definitely. When I heard about Urban Myers, you know what I mean? When I first heard about Urban Myers being the head coach, I'm like, oh, no. I don't know what's going on, but, I want to be around. He been around, he got history. So, I was talking to him upstairs, you know what I mean? He just got so much good history around. Not just, I know him from his success. I want to know the culture. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. So long story short, like, I want to know, he always preach about it's all about the players every time. You know what I'm saying? And once you got a group of men that trust one another and can build, I want to see that. So it's just so special. You know what I mean? And I'm glad I saw him today. So it's a good thing. It's a good feeling to see him again and again every time we play him at the Big Ten. So,
did you talk to Calais at all about here or anything like that, or no?
Coming to here, I have not
or
talked
just
to
since
Calais.
you signed or anything.
No, I have not talked to Calais, you know what I mean, but I'm pretty sure that he know about it. He probably been talking to other teammates and all that stuff. I forgot to text him too. I will text him too. Even though he talks too much, you know what I mean. I know his whole acting and all that stuff. We'll get to that soon, but I got a lot of stuff to talk about Calais. That's the OG, man. You know what I'm saying? We go way back, you know, in Baltimore and stuff like that. We got history, all the funny moments that we had in Baltimore. So I got a lot of stuff to talk about Calais.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks, D-Rock. We'll finish with John Reed.
How you doing, man? Does it says a lot about your background? Does it mean a lot to you to be part of something, to start from the ground up, like what you here in Jacksonville with?
I wouldn't say, you know what I mean, it's a fresh start. You know what I mean? I would say it's a fresh start, but you know, it's really not fresh to me because it's like, what's next? You know what I'm saying? I did what I had to do and be more. I'm trying to get my own self going on, you know, a new lane, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So it's not about really me, for real. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm really worried about the team. I'm really worried about my brothers that I'm just meeting. So that's more importantly what I'm focusing on. It's bigger than me, and I've been carrying that ever since. You know what I'm saying? And every time when you ask me questions about me, I'm going to mention all of us. And that's the type of person I am. So it's not really a fresh start. I guess the answer that you're looking for a fresh start is what we got to do instead of just me.
And when you see this defense, you got different pieces and a lot of talent, and particularly on the defensive front. What do you think about the overall talent that you done put yourself in with?
The overall talent that I put myself in with, you know, I would say the effort. The effort is always there, consistent. You know, I've been real consistent with everything. That's one thing I would brag about my game, is consistency. And, you know what I mean, when I see a group of talent that's in Jacksonville, you know what I mean, you need more consistent and more effort, and that's a beautiful thing. So one thing about me, I ain't stopping for nobody, so.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thanks, John. Looks like we have one more, Demetrius Harvey.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jihad, congratulations. Just, you talked about your relationship with Coach Colin, but what sort of defense would you imagine that he would call, or what's his sort of coaching style? What can you expect from a guy like Coach Colin?
Coach Colin, he's really can't really describe it. You know what I mean? It's just questionable. You know what I mean? It's some of that stuff that's really not explained. You know, all he want to know is just put the work in and do what we got to do. And one thing he would say is, you ready for this? You sure?
Go for it.
Get off the fucking ball on the D line. So that's what he preach about every time. So thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Demetrius. On that note, thanks, Jihad. Appreciate your time. Looking forward to working with you. You're good to go.
All right. Kings, holla at y'all.